Toby Roland-Jones, thanks so much for joining us at the end of the Lancashire game here at Lord's. First and foremost, what a fantastic game of cricket.
Yeah, unbelievable. Obviously, over the course of 4 days there, I think momentum's really kind of swung both ways multiple times. Really happy with the way that we've competed, I guess, against a very strong Lancashire side. Probably some disappointments in the dressing room that we sort of had, I guess, momentum after losing the toss and managed to get through the new ball and put together some great partnerships there. But I still think the way that we've, I guess, stuck to processes, what we spoke about pre-season, we've bowled really nicely there in the first innings up against some obdurate defence and some excellent batters who really sort of, I guess, made it their game to sort of I guess bat time and do as much as they could to blunt our attack, and they sort of got some reward for that, but we fought back really nicely there, and then Maxie's obviously played a world-class knock there to give us a real chance to, I guess, dictate terms in some ways today, setting up the game that we thought suited us, and I guess with how close it came, we weren't far off.
Absolutely right, a real topsy-turvy game there against one of the sides billed alongside us as one of the favourites for promotion this year. How important was it to lay down a marker early in the season and come away with a positive draw there?
I don't think those things are necessarily going to define a season, but certainly I think when you come up against a strong side like they are, it's just really important for guys to show that they can and want to compete in those situations and come out on the right side. And I think both sides will feel like they have in different scenarios in this game, and I think from our side, certainly to a man, each guy sort of stood up and be counted for. The energy and desire that both sides showed in different moments was excellent, and just a good game of cricket, and could have swung either way. And even at times in that chase when they were still 5-6 down, they still had kind of, you could tell, an eye on how they were going to knock it off, which played into it being an even better game for sure.
Absolutely right. Two debutants on show today, all throughout this game. Ben Geddes obviously joined us this winter, and Zafar Gohar. Firstly, Zafar, you must have been absolutely thrilled with everything we saw from him in this game.
Definitely. Obviously he's bowled maybe more overs than he thought he might do in his first game here at Lord's, based on the history books. But obviously I've been watching him in pre-season and the way that he operates, and seen him before that as well. Just incredibly canny, just a great competitor, and I think more just the understanding of his game and how he operates is something that obviously is going to be a massive attribute for us. Really good to see him start as well as he has done, and hopefully sort of a nice I guess bedding in for him to feel more comfortable. I think everyone joining a new club wants to get underway, and nice that the two guys in there that you mentioned have done that really well.
Absolutely. In Geddes' case, obviously scored some runs in that second innings there, departed to an unfortunate one, I would say. When Kane comes in, obviously later in the season, that's going to pose a few headaches. You've got some batters hitting good form. Eskenazi left out of this one after scoring runs in pre-season. Tough, but nice, I guess, as captain, to have those difficult decisions when you've got people knocking on the door.
I'm not sure I'd say nice. I'd say it's good for where we're at as a team, definitely. But yeah, there are for sure, a lot of guys making it hard, and there's a lot of talent in the dressing room. And I think, Ben coming in, obviously knew about him as a player and had seen him play in little bits, but certainly seeing him in pre-season, the way that he sort of plays, natural ability to, I guess, hit the ball so clean and impart himself on the bowling is something that I particularly enjoy. And it was really nice to see him. Obviously he was frustrated first innings, but I think that even still is a reflection on how he wants his game to go. He's a positive guy who wants to look to impose himself, and actually it's about not withholding that too much, keeping the same thing, but being more selective. And I thought the way he played, the tempo, I think in particular of that innings yesterday was really pleasing. To soak up a tricky period and a bit of a dry spell, I guess, to start, and it wasn't forced away, naturally kind of then accelerated. And like you said, a bit unfortunate, he'd got to, I guess, what him and Maxie knew was going to be the tricky part of the day when that second new ball came. So he was obviously gutted, I guess, to depart in that fashion. But I guess a real nice sort of showing of what he can do and what he can bring.
You mentioned Max Holden earlier, Toby. Max has had bigger innings than the one he hit here today, but I'd say probably from my perspective that's probably one of Max's best innings by far in a Middlesex shirt. You must be delighted with the cricketer he's turning into.
Yeah, and it's always difficult from the outside to say where it would place. Probably best to ask him, but certainly from the outside, it was, you know, they've brought a lot of pressure there. Whether that's scoreboard pressure, you know, we were 7 for 3 there, and he's right in the middle of that. So to get through that tough period, build partnerships with multiple guys, and then even marshalling, I guess, that period this morning in the way that he did, showed a mixture of sort of, I guess, you know, intelligence, technique, and just raw ability, and concentration again to be able to bat, you know, that long on a pitch that was testing a lot of balls bowled straight at times as well. So it's unbelievable knock. Definitely not surprised in the way that he's been playing. He's looked outstanding all pre-season. So more just glad that my eyes were working and that I was seeing what I was seeing, because he's looked in incredible order. So it's just pleasing when someone works as hard as he does, and is able to sort of, I guess, apply himself and get the results that he definitely deserves. So hopefully that can only build his confidence from here, and give him a chance to really kick on.
Absolutely right. Some good news joining us today. Alan Coleman, Director of Cricket, confirming that Dane Patterson will be joining us ahead of the Kent game. Talking of those selection headaches, I guess that'll provide you with another one. Yeah,
especially after I said how well we've bowled. But it's good. It's not nice. Really excited to obviously have Dane joining us. Obviously, when that news broke, certainly was really excited to see him come and be part of our group. Always heard great things about him as a character, and obviously playing against him as well as seeing him on the circuit, I know, how good a bowler he is as well. So, he's going to fit in really nicely with the group. Give us, like you said, a good selection headache. Can't wait, I guess, to sort of have him at our disposal, get him in the group, and hopefully, similar to the other guys, settles in well and can have a real impact in his time here. Yeah.
Outstanding. Well, Toby, look, huge congratulations on all 4 days' performance. I thought the boys battled really well. Very good luck down in Kent. I hope it goes well.
Thank you very much.